Hello, mates. Insane Bastard with you, once again. So, I have begun the monumental task of reading The God Delusion by Richard Dawkins, and it's a bitch, let me tell you. I mean, the copy I have is this thick. You wouldn't think Richard Dawkins would be so dry, but he is. I mean, this is the first book of his that I've read, so he's extremely dry. I mean, like I said, the book is this thick. It talks about God endlessly. It mentions him like every fucking chapter. It mentions fucking God, and the chapters are short as all hell too. And it's bound in leather, and it has the word Holy Bible written on it. Yeah, let me show you actually. It's right here. See, this is the God Delusion, but hold on. Okay, it's not the God Delusion, it's the Holy Bible! That's what I've been reading this whole time! Okay, so, I was originally going to make a video series about the God Delusion and my thoughts on this seemingly wonderful book as I read it from chapter to chapter, but now I guess I'm going to have to make a video series about the Bible and my thoughts on that as I read it, which, I'll admit, I'm up to the task. The task being one as monumental as reading this book from cover to cover, which I plan to do in all sincerity. So, I've read the first 15 pages of it, and I'm currently on chapter 12 of Genesis, and I stopped there because Genesis 11 and Genesis 10 were collectively a barrage of names and genealogies that I cannot for the life of me remember. One thing that I've noticed about the Bible is that in the first 15 chapters, it's got more sex and violence packed into it than basically anything I've read. I mean, you've got Cain killing Abel, you've got God killing everybody in the world except 6 people, you have, Abel had to sacrifice an animal to God, and Noah, after the flood, appeased God with another sacrifice, and then God said, if you shed somebody's blood, a human will shed your blood, and shit like that. And there's already talk of vengeance and shit like that, so there's a lot of violence, and there's a lot of sex in it too. I mean, it seems that every fucking chapter, God manages to sneak in be fruitful and multiply in there, as if humans needed reminding that they should have sex. Oh, and another thing, the ages given. Okay, first of all, people don't live like fucking 500, 800 years. That shit doesn't happen. You have to be crack to believe it. But more to the point, if against all probability this book here was true, then I commend the men that were written about inside of it, because if you look at the fucking ages of these people, they were having kids at like 100, 300, 500, 900 years old. I mean, do they have like super penises? Did God give them like super Viagra? What? Okay, props to them. That's all I have to say. Props to them. Yeah. But yeah, sex and violence. Oh, and logical contradictions. I've seen one within the first 5 chapters of the book. It's, Genesis 4:17 to 4:23. Read it and laugh, because it details the lineage of Enoch, Methuselah, and Lamech. In one chapter, it says they were descendants of Seth. In the other chapter, it says they were descendants of, what's his name? Cain. And Seth and Cain were both brothers. Now, I will grant you that in chapter 4 of Genesis, the name is not Methuselah, it is Methuselah, which is extremely similar to Methuselah. Makes me wonder if they're not indeed the same name. So, here's how I reason. Either the Bible fucked up in the first 5 chapters and said that this same lineage was from 2 different male people, which is impossible considering that those people were brothers, or that there were actually 2 men named Enoch who both had sons that had names similar to Methuselah, and that those sons both had sons named Lamech, and that one of those lineages was completely irrelevant to the story. Great job, Bible. Great fucking job. Anyway, this has been the Insane Bastard. Peace out.